here's a little tutorial I'm doing. First time actually ever trying with a grapefruit, but I'm going to try to make a bowl out of grapefruit for my hookah. I'm going to be using Blue Mist by StarBuzz. Got a little bit left in there. Sure, shake it up a little bit, get all the juices going. Over here I got 3 coconaras I just put on. There he is. Very nice. Whew, burning up the storm. Anyways, what I'm going to be doing today is taking this grapefruit here, cutting off about right about there, so that's about 1/5 of it off, maybe go more towards 1/4. I'm going to be doing that by cutting it right off straight across like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and kind of embevel it all around the inside, so it's kind of like a cup. So I'm going to cut it off, and then I'm going to take out a bunch of the meat and have it like a cup. Then I'm going to go ahead and poke a hole right into the middle of it and come down, so that way that can hook up to the stem right here. Alright, first things first, let's go ahead and cut this bad boy up. Put this in my super handy dandy belt camera mode. You know what, first I'm going to get a bigger knife. Let's see. There. Make it even. There we go. Looks about right. Okay. We're going to save this to put inside the base of the hookah. That's what that should look like. But 1/4 off. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and embevel the our makeshift bowl here. Put it there. Take this, make sure that's nice and bent. Stick it right in there. And do this. Now, you only want to take off a little bit when you first go through. You don't want to take a lot out. There we go. Now, take a look there. That's kind of what you want. In fact, that's almost exactly what I want. I'm just going to go a little bit deeper here. Because I don't want too much. Now, make sure you keep that juice, because that's what we're going to also put inside the bowl as well. Okay, so overall, it should look similar to that. That's what we want. Okay, we're back. Now, again, as I was just saying, we're going to use the juice here, and the juice from the meat here, and here, from the parts that we took off. You may, if you want, keep a little bit on the side for yourself. This is a nice little treat. Okay, back to the waist camera. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, put it right in on there. Now, we don't want to take out all the juice. There's a lot of juice in here, but we want to keep some of that. That'll make the shisha nice and moist. Because one thing that, if you do smoke hookah often, you'll notice that when you go to clean out your bowls, the shisha looks burnt, very black, dried out almost. Actually, it is dried out. That's what happens when all of the glycerin gets out of it and there's no flavor left. So I went ahead and opened up the can of Blue Mist ahead of time, so we got a little bit left there, not a whole lot. As you can see, it's still kind of juicy. This is the standard cut for StarBuzz. You can complete the camera. There we go. Not too thick, not too fine. Few stems, a few big leaves. Those big leaves you can just cut up right away once you get them. Anyways, going back to the waist camera. Alright. We're going to go ahead straight in the middle. Now this you have to be careful. You have to cut straight down the middle because it's got a lot of membranes-ish, if you want to put it that way. Again, grapefruit is very juicy, so you got to be very careful when you're doing this. You don't make too much of a mess. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, put the grommet on there. Alright, now we're going to fill this bad boy with some shisha. Actually, just take a little bit off there. Alright. Now, what I want to do here is, I want to put it in, I want to place it down. I almost want to kind of have it stick to the side here. That way it doesn't fall down the hole. You can get a pipe screen at like Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever like that, and those are wicked cheap. They're like cents, or 1 or 2 cents maybe. I know you can buy a package for like $1, and there's like 30 in there or something like that, something crazy. But yeah, fill it there. Again, you want to make sure that you're not blocking the air hole, which leads down to here. You want to keep that open. And you want to make sure that when you're putting the shisha in here, that you're not packing it too much, or excuse me, that you're packing it down nice and firm, so that way it'll stick to the edges and it won't fall down the hole and fall into the shisha. Because right now we don't have a square. So wash my hands. Another difficulty with my camera, but we're moving on. Alright, so here I've got a nice big piece of tin foil. Right there, pretty much I want to cover over the whole grapefruit. I keep almost calling it pomegranate, but it's not, it's a grapefruit. So, go back to the waist view. Alright. I want to make sure this is nice and tight around. So I don't want to have any air pockets. Then I'm going to go ahead and fold the tin foil under it. There we go. I'm not going to poke holes in it until I get it on the hookah. So we see here. You know what? I'm actually going to take the grommet off. I don't feel that it'll contribute much, if anything. Alright. Bam. There we go. Then I'm going to pick this bad boy up, and that's what it looks like. Kind of Frankenstein-ish, but it works. Going to do a little pattern. Now, if you remember, we kept the shisha within this perimeter here. So I don't want to put a lot of holes around here, because we're not going to put the coals on the edges. We're going to put them directly on top of the shisha. So get a nice little pattern going on here. Maybe make it a little larger. Not too worried about the holes on this one because it is so frickin' big. And I'm just not in the mood to care about it. So put that there. You saw I kept the grommet aside. I didn't actually put it on. Come over here, grab my coals, shake off any excess ash. Ooh. Oh yeah. This is definitely going to be interesting. I don't know how it's going to pan out. Oh, and it fell apart. I've been having this happen with a lot of coconars lately where they just fall apart randomly. Alrighty. There. Come over here, grab my hose. Got myself a new fancy hose, or plastic hose, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people call it fancy hose. Make sure that this bad boy is nice and tight in there. Okay. Mouthpiece. Actually, you need to shake it out. I just rinsed it. And with this handle, it's got all those grooves in it. It keeps water in it, so when you go to breathe it in, it's rather annoying. Anyways, so far not bad. Pretty good clouds. The flavor of the blue mist isn't compromised at all. It's got a little bit of that tartness that the grapefruit usually has, but whew, I don't know how many that was, but yeah. As you can see here, the coals are, whoa, buzz. Okay, I just have to say, I have not had a buzz like that with a hookah in a long time, mostly because I'm an addict and I smoke hookah too much. but I have not had a buzz like that in a while. I know it has to do with the grapefruit, because all that grapefruit has all that extra sugar, and the coals sitting on top of it are making that sugar burn, and that's going through the water. Holy cannoli. That was good. And I just ate too, so it's not even like I'm on an empty stomach or anything like that. That was good. Did you see how many O-rings I got from that too? That was like 15, and I already puffed out a good quarter of it already. O-ring city. Alright. I'm going to leave it there for right now, and I will let you guys know if it sucks after this. Probably post it in the comments or something like that. Alright guys, thanks. This is the Hookah Doctor signing out.